There. My name is Nabila, and together with my partner Sophia, we set up a non-profit organization called Solving7 that creates school desks for under-resourced areas across South Africa. These desks are made from multi-layered plastics, which cannot be easily or cost-effectively recycled. Did you know that not all plastics are created equal? You see, in Johannesburg, in the city where I live, we have a large number of informal waste pickers who account for a significant amount, actually the majority, of all the recycling that gets collected. They make their livelihoods by collecting and sorting through rubbish, either curbside or at landfill and municipal dumps. I was trying to understand why they would collect an empty water bottle, for example, but leave behind the plastic food packaging that was right next to it. So I started doing some research, and this is what I learned. Even though most plastic items have a recycling triangle symbol on it, it is actually the number inside the triangle which is the important part. Generally, plastic products made from numbers 1 to 6 have some kind of commercial recycling solution. It is number 7, the multi-layered plastic, that is problematic. This is because the separation of these multiple layers for recycling is incredibly difficult, time-consuming, and costly. So, we set about trying to understand what was happening to this type of plastic. It turns out that there is some limited use for pre-consumer multi-layered packaging, that is essentially factory waste, which is clean. Post-consumer multi-layered packaging, on the other hand, is the dirty and difficult to collect stuff. You can see much of this litter scattered in the streets, trapped in trees and along fences, and on beaches and roadsides, where it pollutes the land, air, and ultimately our water bodies. If it is collected at all, it will be either burned or dumped in a landfill. It was at this point that we found a company who had processed 400 metric tons of this post-consumer multi-layer packaging and had successfully turned it into school desks for under-resourced and rural schools. However, although they had some success, it turns out that this wasn't their core business, and that's where we came in and decided to make it our core business. Cleaning the environment and producing a sustainable end-use product like a desk that is desperately needed across the continent, whilst creating jobs and income-earning opportunities along the whole value chain, seemed like a win-win situation. That's how Solving 7 was born, and here we are today. We have just delivered our first batch of school desks for 100 children and are hoping to deliver thousands more, whilst picking up hundreds of tons of this multi-layer packaging in the process.